Greetings, kindred friend. Imagine this moment when you lie down, the lights are off, and the room is completely submerged in silence. Your body has finally become motionless in the darkness, but deep down, a part of you is still silently standing guard. The truth is, while your body may be resting on the bed, your nervous system is still on duty. We often believe that simply closing our eyes and sleeping will allow the body to heal itself. But a paradox that few understand is this. The body only truly enters the repair process when the nervous system feels completely safe. Healing does not happen just because you are still. It only begins when internal vigilance officially ceases. What if the reason your body isn't recovering isn't because you aren't getting enough sleep, but because your system has never truly stopped guarding? For centuries, monks have practiced a simple internal ritual before sleep, not to try to sleep faster, but to grant the body a permit to shift into the deepest healing mode. In this video, you will understand why your body remains in survival mode all night long, and the simple ritual that helps you change that to find a radiant rebirth every morning. The real reason the body does not heal during sleep. There is a common myth we have silently carried for many years, the belief that simply lying down for 8 hours will automatically result in recovery. But dear friend, human biology operates based on a strictly binary rule, like a door that can only open in one direction. Our bodies have two main operating modes, survival mode and healing mode. What you must understand is that these two modes can never operate at the same time. Bear this sentence in mind: repair only begins when survival ends. Imagine your nervous system is like a diligent gatekeeper. Its ultimate mission is to protect your life. If the nervous system detects any signal of danger, whether a small noise outside or just a fleeting anxious thought about tomorrow, it will immediately lock down the healing mode to commit all resources to survival mode. For the body, repairing a cell or regenerating a joint is never as important as preparing to deal with a potential threat. This is exactly why many of us, despite sleeping for 8 hours, wake up feeling a heavy body and a weary spirit, as if we've just been through a battle. It is not the fault of sleep, but because your nervous system never truly let go of its vigilance. Throughout the long night, that sentry stood there, tense and tired, preventing every natural recovery process from taking place. Therefore, you will realize a profound truth. The core issue of robust health does not lie in sleep duration, but in nervous system permission. If you do not provide your nervous system with a signal of absolute safety, it will never open the door for the healing energy to flow, no matter how long you lie in bed. Minute 1. The first safety signal from the breath. If you had the chance to observe a Zen master preparing to enter sleep, you would notice a very small but decisive detail. They never try to sleep. Instead of using willpower to force the mind into silence, practitioners begin with a much wiser action, sending a safety signal directly to the nervous system. Tonight, I invite you to take this first step in a 3-minute ritual to open the door of healing for yourself. Once you are lying warmly in bed, gently place one hand on your lower abdomen. At this moment, please do not try to change or control your breath immediately. Let it be as natural as it is. You only need to feel the warmth from your palm and the gentle rise and fall of life beneath the skin. And then, in a very natural and smooth way, every time you breathe out, actively prolong that breath a little more. Imagine you are discharging all old air and all heaviness from your chest, like a sigh of relief after a long, tiring journey. Why does this simple action have the power to change your entire biological state? Modern science has found the answer in the vagus nerve, the most important communication line connecting the brain to internal organs. When you actively prolong your exhalation, you are directly stimulating this vagus nerve. It acts like a messenger carrying an urgent telegram to the brain. There is no threat here. We are absolutely safe. Always remember this truth. The nervous system doesn't listen to your thoughts. It listens to your breathing. As soon as this biological code is sent, a miracle occurs within your body. A racing heart rate begins to slow down, Muscles tensed in the shoulders and jaw suddenly soften, like wax meeting fire. The stress that was lurking for so long gradually dissipates, making way for a relaxation that flows through your bloodstream. This is the moment the gatekeeper within you receives a ceasefire order and officially lays down its weapons. Survival mode has ended, and now, the door to healing mode is flung wide open, ready for the overhaul and regeneration of every cell throughout the upcoming night. Minute 2. Letting go of the supervisory role to listen. Do you recognize an inherent habit of your mind? Even when lying still, we often unconsciously play the role of a demanding supervisor. We scan the body to see where it still aches, where it is still tired, or worry about whether we have truly relaxed. But tonight, in the second minute of this ritual, I invite you to perform the exact opposite action. Allow yourself to stop being the repairman. Do not try to scan for problems, and do not focus on old pains. Instead, try to feel your entire body all at once, from the top of the head to the soles of the feet, as a unified mass sinking into the mattress. Let your consciousness envelop your body as gently as night mist covers a field, without judgment, without analysis. Imprint this truth onto your mind. Healing begins when the body is no longer being monitored. When you stop interfering and scrutinizing, the brain receives a withdrawal signal to hand over all control to the body. This is when the instinctive wisdom of the cells rises most strongly. Like a river that knows how to clean itself when no human hands dam it, your body will automatically know how to adjust, repair, and regenerate internal damage when it is no longer pressured by conscious control. You do not need to do anything more. Simply learn how to allow and let the body freely perform its miraculous function in complete stillness. Minute 3. Stop fighting so that sleep finds you. There is a subtle paradox that most of us fall into every night. We turn sleep into a goal that must be achieved through effort. You lie there, trying to push away thoughts, trying to loosen up, and even trying to sleep at all costs. But dear friend, in the world of the nervous system, all trying implies effort, and effort is a signal of stress, an alarm message that there is an important task to be completed. When you use willpower to force yourself into sleep, you are unintentionally sending a danger signal, causing the body to maintain a state of alertness to fight alongside you. Understand this simple but profound truth. Sleep is not something you achieve. It's something you stop interrupting. Tonight, in this third minute, choose to end all battles. Do not try to sleep, do not try to relax, and do not wait for sleepiness to arrive. Simply be present there, accepting all your current states. When all effort and interference from the will stop, the nervous system will realize that there are no more tasks to perform, no more enemies to deal with. It is the moment you truly surrender. Control that sleep will automatically find you, like life's most natural gift, as gentle and smooth as a breath. The biggest mistake when craving becomes a barrier. Dear friend, after performing the steps of regulating the breath and listening to the body, a silent question often arises in your heart. Is it working? Or has my pain eased a bit yet? We lie there, but the mind never stops playing the supervisor, constantly checking, scanning, and evaluating the results of the healing process. This attitude of waiting for results is a red alert signal to the nervous system. In our biological world, every act of monitoring and checking is synonymous with vigilance. When you ask yourself if you feel better, you are putting the brain into an analytical and judgmental state. For the nervous system, judgment is a form of stress. It is like planting a seed in the ground, but instead of leaving it alone for the darkness and the soil to do their work, you keep digging it up every few minutes to see if roots have grown. That action does not help the seed grow faster. It only causes life to be wounded and exhausted. This is the profound truth that spiritual masters always remind us of. Healing cannot happen under observation. The process of cell repair and regeneration is a sacred and extremely subtle task. It requires absolute stillness, where the controlling ego must be completely absent. When you are no longer watching, no longer checking, and no longer craving for anything to happen, that is when the body receives the highest safety signal to begin the overhaul. Understand that healing is not the result of an action you do, but the result of a state of allowing. When supervision stops, the body's self-wisdom will automatically perform its miraculous part without any direction from your consciousness. Tonight, please bravely renounce the role of the healer to truly become a pure life resting in the arms of the night. The secret of sacred renunciation. Observe a very still image when a Zen master enters his hut after a long day of labor. No matter how many responsibilities he carried during the day, how many unfinished Buddhist affairs remain, or how many worries of sentient beings need soothing, the moment he crosses the threshold, he leaves the entire world outside. In the language of practitioners, this is called temporary renunciation. The secret to peak energy recovery does not lie in how much work you have done, but in whether you dare to end today completely. Most of us carry ghosts of the past and worries of the future to bed. We lie there, but the mind is still silently paying debts, arguing with colleagues, or struggling to fix a mistake that already happened. You need to understand that our nervous system operates on the mechanism of closure. If you do not inform the brain that the workday has truly ended, it will continue to run anxiety programs in the background, like a computer that is never powered off. And as long as the engine of the mind is still running hot, your body never has the absolute safety to step into the land of healing. Tonight, right now, I invite you to perform a decisive internal action. Whisper to your own heart a powerful mantra. For the next few hours, there is nothing I need to solve. Feel the weight of every word in this sentence. This is not an evasion of responsibility or laziness promising to deal with it tomorrow. This is a wise recognition that, at this moment, the best help you can give yourself and the world is complete rest. When you declare that you do not need to solve anything more, you are giving the nervous system a definitive ceasefire. You are no longer a worrying mother, no longer a stressed employee, nor a person facing financial adversity. You are simply a life harmonizing with the darkness. At the very moment you dare to renounce control and the responsibility to solve problems, the nervous system will realize that everything is done. Vigilance will vanish, making way for a waterfall of self-healing energy to flow, filling every weary void in your soul and body. Why those who are better at controlling find it harder to sleep deeply. Have you ever wondered why those who are more successful, more capable, and more responsible in life are often the ones who toss and turn the most every night? The reason is ironic, because their entire lives have been built on the foundation of control. In the modern world, we are taught that control is power, safety, and the measure of self-worth. You control work, control family, and control future risks. Over time, the controller becomes the identity, the only ego you have. However, sleep is a state of complete opposition. Sleep requires a temporary surrender of control. You cannot manage sleep, you can only fall into it. For a mind accustomed to being at the wheel, the act of letting go of the steering wheel feels like a threat to its very existence. That is why when you lie down, that ego still tries to stay awake, tries to monitor, and clings to reality because it fears that if it disappears, the world will collapse. This is the deepest insight that practitioners train in. Deep sleep requires the one who controls to disappear. Monks do not view the ego as a fixed thing. Night, to them, is a rehearsal of letting go of identity. They understand that for the body to be reborn, the daytime manager must temporarily vanish into the void. When you dare to let go of the mask of the responsible person, the resourceful person, or the one carrying the burden, you lose nothing at all. You are simply returning freedom to the nervous system so it can do its job. Tonight, try to allow the controller in you to retire a few hours early. Bravely enter sleep without carrying any status, for only in the complete absence of the controlling ego can you truly touch the stream of eternal peace. There is a deep-seated misconception in our minds, which is to view healing as a project to be completed, a task to be executed. We seek remedies, exercises, or techniques with the desire to do something to make the body healthier. But dear friend, healing is not a verb of effort. Healing is a state of natural being. Imprint this truth into your heart. Healing is not something you force, it's something you allow. Look at the way a small wound on the skin closes itself. You do not make it heal with your will or your thoughts. All you do is keep it clean, protect it, and leave it alone. Your body possesses an instinctive wisdom more miraculous and greater than any medical knowledge. It inherently knows how to repair every damage, how to regenerate every cell, and how to balance every misalignment. It only needs 3 conditions from you. Safety, so the nervous system stops standing guard. Permission, so the controlling ego can withdraw. And stillness, so the self-wisdom can begin its sacred work. Tonight, as you lie down under the soft blanket, I invite you to perform one final shift. Stop playing the role of a repairman struggling with your own fragments. You do not need to fix yesterday. You do not need to prepare for tomorrow, and you do not need to strive to be healthier at this moment. All you need to do is be present as a pure life. Let yourself drift into the river of the night, and trust your body absolutely. Every deepest recovery process always takes place in silence, when you have completely let go of all clinging points. Tell your heart, everything is done. I am safe to be myself. When you truly let go, you do not become weak. You are becoming the strongest, the strength of harmony with nature. Tonight, you don't need to do anything. Just let go. Just be yourself. And let the body do the rest of the miraculous work in the stillness of the long night. Wishing you a radiant reborn sleep and a morning awakening with a fresh soul, filled with the light of peace.